Wow. That was, wow. I feel like this album got better as it went on.
I think so too.
Yeah, damn. And these, wow. He really outdid himself.
Mm-hmm. What's up, everybody? We're back today with another reaction. Today we're doing Dave, We're All Alone in This Together. This came out in 2021. We covered the first one, Psychodrama. Mm-hmm. We enjoyed that quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. I think it's one of the best albums we've covered on the channel.
Yeah.
I've never gone back to it. I was traumatized by that experience.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. After we did that, holy shit. I was so blown away by that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was too. And for this one, I haven't heard this one either.
That's
so
great.
I'll be reacting today as well. From the comments, I've read that this one might be better than the last one.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I don't know how.
Yeah. So
I'm interested to, because damn, that was a performance. That was amazing.
And it's funny, in our comments too, we get these waves of like albums that are requested. So there'll be a bunch asking for Dave, then they'll just kind of disappear and then they'll come back and request it. So lately they've been asking for
it's
more
weird.
Dave.
We had to plan a lot of stuff. So this has been scheduled for like weeks. And in the past few days, we've had tons of requests for this.
Mm-hmm. So
you're welcome.
Okay, we'll just jump right in then. Track number 1 is called We're All Alone. It's like the start of a flick.
Oh yeah, so it is. That's nice.
Kind of has like horror movie vibes.
Like
I remember when I used to be innocent. Ain't shit changed, I'm a young black belligerent, child of an immigrant. What's the point of being rich when your family ain't? It's like flying first class on a crashing plane. Dinners with the same niggas, just higher bills. And all the models Himalayan, they got higher hills.
Oh.
You know we're all alone in this together, right?
What beat?
I had dreams of doing architecture or sitting through a Harvard lecture. How the fuck I end up being Harvey Specter? Backstabbing, man, I'd rather that you cut my face. If I ain't charming the women, it's all the fucking snakes. You idolize the girl, there's no way I wife her. She only fucks with rich niggas, that's pussy is sacred. It's holy like matrimony, I'm paying the alimony. The numb, the acrimony, the flight is the Santorini. The car is a Lamborghini, the cheese, the cheddar, the mozzarella,
He's just going for it.
The only aim. Look at my ego in a day in a life. To see what happens when you got the fucking game and a vice. We're all alone.
Interesting.
Wow. What a start.
Yeah, he's already said a lot at this point.
Wow, he just kept going there. This beat is amazing.
I got a message from a kid on Sunday morning, said he don't know what to do and that he's thinking of killing himself. Me and him got more in common than he thinks, but I tell him to see a shrink so I can go on and live with myself. I knew that my life was a film from when I had to share a bed with my mum and I was pissing myself.
Damn.
I just want my flowers while I'm here so I can put them at the front of the grave that I've been digging myself.
Damn.
We're from Nigeria, Benin City, Sin City. Don't know what it's like, take a trip for yourself. Poverty's killing us, the government's killing us. If they ain't killing us, then we're killing ourselves. I will die for the niggas I love. My life's full of plot holes and I'm filling them up. I tell my fans we're all alone in this together. You can trust me, all the shit that you've been feeling, you're feeling with me. We all took the wrong turns in different streets. We all cry the same tears on different cheeks. I got a message from a kid on Monday morning, said he's grateful I responded and he's feeling at peace with himself. Me and him got more in common than he thinks, but I tell him it's nothing big so I can go on and live with myself. In 23 years I've done so much wrong, but in that moment I just felt like I had made it right.
Hey Dave, it's Molly Cowan. We sent you a
Wow.
Wow. It started amazing and ended amazing. What an opener. Wow. In the very beginning, it reminded me, because you said it sounded like a horror movie or something.
Yeah.
It sounded like you were in like a dark house, like an abandoned house at night, and then all of a sudden you hear old music playing from another room on like one of those old music
Like
things.
the gramophones.
Yeah. Is that the one with the horn?
Yeah. That's what the Grammy is based on. Gramophone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow, that just got better and better.
I like that quite a bit. It was pretty interesting, like in the beginning, the movie thing. So I'm like, okay, are we in for a concept project? And then in the beginning, he was kind of bragging
Yeah.
Like he was braggadocious. Some of the stuff he was saying though, like I had dreams of doing architecture or sitting through a Harvard lecture.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he had other
And then,
plans for himself.
Yeah.
But in the first verse, I was like I was impressed already. He's already like going for it. But it just got better and better.
Yeah.
Like in the second verse, like especially like halfway to the end,
Yeah.
he's just going and going. And what he was saying, I'll let you talk about the first verse.
I thought it was interesting. So I was like, okay, what is this setting up? Right? Like, okay, he's being braggadocious. Like he's done that already before on Psychodrama. Like he's done that a couple of times. But we've seen this in other songs from other artists where they're bragging and then they kind of talk about like the other side of fame or whatever, right? And then this one, like when he's talking about like we're all alone, he's just talking about how like we're all the same.
Yeah, we all face the same issues, deal with the same stuff.
Yeah.
The government fucking us all over.
Exactly. Yeah. And the way he reached out to a fan who reached out to him, kind of to he was talking about how like he was listening to his music to get through some hardships or whatever. And then he reached out to him and he was talking about how like that made him feel good or more purpose, I guess, to his music or whatever. Like so it was more like the braggadocious stuff and then the humbling stuff. And then right away it kind of reminds us that like he's a very self-aware, very down-to-earth artist.
Yeah. I actually forgot to mention the movie thing, like the movie set, and then the outro where she's telling him about a movie. I wonder, like, because the last Psychodrama, it was like a therapy session.
Right.
I wonder if this is going to be a theme or if that was just.
I would think so, just because from the intro, but you never know.
Yeah, that was so good.
Cool. All right. So we'll move on to track number 2, which is called Verdansk. And I looked this up prior to us filming, and then I asked you, where do you think this city is located?
I guess Netherlands, Germany, Belgium, or somewhere in Scandinavia.
So apparently it's a fictitious town in fictitious region in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So here we go, Verdansk.
Nah, like in Cal's words, the truth is madder than fiction, fam. It's nuts out
It's
there.
like a funny story, but the music's dramatic.
Yeah.
Look, I see a thing that I touch, tell me about talking stage, gotta tell her don't force it. Beef, man, pepper and salt it. Me and RJ gotta pull up, no talking. I don't rock Gucci or Armani. ST from ST, I can't squash that beef like fruit and barley. Still got a one black star like
Fruit and
Carney.
barley is a kind of diluent juice, which is squash.
My mum got mansion whips with young'uns. Should've made Sinead hold on something, but it never would've worked, cause the girl too stubborn. On the right day, man, I just frisk him. On the wrong day, I'm getting man airlifted. I'm in Hollywood Hills with a white Rolls Royce and a one brown in from Compton. If you wanna go LV, no problem. Went for the cheapest bag, that's nonsense. I took 100 bags from Barclays Bank, no cap, you can go and ask Ellie. That one mine, bouncing Betty. The bag 4K like a HD telly. Best believe that I'm back like Nelly. Chest petite with a back like jelly. Girls say we're the littiest batch in South London, and bro's a fact. Airport, we're going for bands. I hopped out the plane, I ain't going for dance. I ain't on beating or misogyny, it's mahogany, I got bougie wood. Look, Airbnb with the guys, it's a white man's face that I used to book.
Wow.
Chill with a stupid look, so it's gonna be a kettle that I used to cook. I see a thing that I touch, tell me about talking stage, gotta tell her don't force it. Man try beef, my doggy, Warzone king,
I like that
come
synth.
third party. Stack beef like fruit and barley, still got a one black star like.
Wow.
Slowed it down.
Yeah. Oh, it's over. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that was amazing. Damn. Wow.
What'd you think of that one?
The atmosphere was incredible. That was funny what you said at the start. What he was saying was kind of like funny, but it was like to the dramatic music.
Yeah.
His lyrics are just amazing.
Yeah, they're quite direct.
They're very
Right?
direct, but so
Yeah.
clever. Like, you understand it, so you understand how clever it is. Well,
Yeah,
I can't say I understand everything, because there's
right.
definitely stuff in here I didn't understand. Hey, squash that beef like fruit and barley. So fruit and barley, diluent juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a UK thing.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why it made me smile. But also, it's diluent juice. There's a national debate if it's squash, cordial, or diluent juice. I guess the English say squash and cordial, but in Scotland we say diluent juice. Just made me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much to add. Again, like with the atmosphere, it's pretty on par with a Dave song, pretty much like what we've heard up to this point. The production's pretty on point. The lyrics are the same as in like same quality, same structure.
Same high quality. Yeah.
Same high quality.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't know if I really caught what the song was about. Did you know what the song was about? Or
Well,
sounds like he was rapping about a girl for a bit here.
Yeah, I felt like a lot of it was like bragging. Almost.
That's what I got as well.
He said one thing, airport, we're going for bants. Bants, you know what bants? Banter.
Oh, okay.
So they're just going to they're just traveling
For fun?
'cause
Okay.
they can.
Oh, okay.
Because he was talking about a girl, but she's like, they went to Louis Vuitton or something. She went for the cheapest bag.
Yeah, and he was like, bro,
Come
are you
on.
kidding me? I got more racks, bro.
Yeah, bag
He has
4K.
plenty of pounds
Yeah.
to spend, so don't be frugal, my girl.
What I was picking up, it was braggadocious, which is
Okay.
funny that it was over that beat.
I was just thinking that right now.
Yeah.
I think that's just his go-to
Yeah.
style. Is that
I love
is that
it.
dramatic? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what he's rapping about. He's still gonna deliver, right?
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
All right. Well, so we'll move on to track number 3, which is called Clash, featuring Stormzy. He's a big deal in the UK, right? Stormzy.
Jordan 4s or Jordan 1s. Rolexes got more than one. My AP costs 31 millimeters, 41. Stick, him up with a stick. Need you the shorter one. You can't short me one. In the club with the shortest
bass.
one. Lightly,
The piano.
shortest one. Fuck daddy and daughter one. Tory putting in labour. This that Jeremy Corbyn one. Awkward one. Raise me there. Wait, hair. Tortoise one. I need a ting. 30 plus. Zombies. Survival mode.
Are these
He's
college?
got a new
Oh
vest, man,
shit!
put that shirt,
Wow.
no microphone. I'll ride for bro, he's next to I like typing O. Babe, can't look in my mentions, that's area 51. I'm so close to my pension, my left wrist is 61. My left wrist retiring. My apprentice trying to give Alan sugar, there's no way I can. Jordan 4s or Jordan 1s, Rolexes got more than one. My AP costs 31, fuck daddy and daughter one. Tory putting in labour, this that Jeremy Corbyn one.
Overrated one, most hated one. Slid round after his birthday,
damn.
gave him a happy belated one. Burnt that bridge, cremated one. Boo, boo, bailiff one. Got away with murder, this that Viola Davis one. They stop and stare, watch, rare. From the high, might fly to the bar with the guys till the weather's been shit. I can wear a different kettle every day of the month from a different. Rollies got 21, I've been lit since 21. Girl, I need that gently one. That Savage and Fenty one. Aston Martin plug, could you send me one? He said no need to be renting one. Cause you're pending one. Aye. She wanna go to the cinema, so we just walk downstairs.
Oh,
The mortgage,
change up
we've
the
overtaken
drums.
all our peers. After all these years, disrespect is all I hear. I'm pep, I ball with flair. Off the set, they storm like peers.
There's a lot of UK references, obviously.
The man are talking there, but it's cool.
I got my things on more than good. Anytime that I walk
I like
my
how they
hood,
swap
I got
their
the Jordan
rhymes.
4s and 6s. She got the whap and a whap. What are you thinking? Man's on simping. I buy her a car like a pair of Jordan 4s or Jordan 1s. Rolexes got more than one. My AP costs 31. It's that Jeremy Corbyn one.
Again, it sounds like another Dave type song. You know what I mean?
Dave type beat?
Yeah, Dave
I
type beat.
love his keys.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought that was fucking amazing.
You love that one?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
Wow. I just really loved when Stormzy, it was like a relay race. He like just passed on to him and he just took it and just
Yeah,
seamlessly, they
Nice.
just seamlessly, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, there were so many bars in that. Shout out to Jeremy Corbyn. What they did to him was not fair. You understood the Tory putting in labor.
Yeah, Tory, Labour.
Jeremy
Yeah,
Corbyn.
Jeremy Corbyn. They were
Alan Sugar.
fly to Dubai with the guys because the weather's been shit. That's another UK reference. Pep Guardiola, Piers Morgan.
Yeah, I like that. I can't look at my mentions. That's Area 51.
Yeah.
I just loved that. I really loved that. And Stormzy was fucking amazing as well. A lot of flexing in his verse.
Yeah, I'm finding this interesting so far. Like, I like it. So don't get me wrong. Like the first 3 songs, there's a lot of like bragging. I guess I'm just kind of seeing where this goes because I guess I feel like we're being set up like in the beginning with that film stuff. So I'm just waiting to see if. But the song, I really liked it. I like the chemistry between the two. Yeah, I'm curious to know. I mean, we're doing a Dave video, but who do you guys think is? Who do you guys prefer, Dave or Stormzy? Like, and how big are they? Like as far as
I have no idea.
Pause. Success wise, I'm curious. I don't know, so I'd like to know because when it comes to UK rap, I like Little Sims. She's my favorite UK rapper of all time, I would say.
Yeah.
21 Savage. My favorite British rapper, actually. Yeah, when it comes to UK rap, I like Skepta and Little Sims, and back in the day, Dirty Rascal.
Dirty Rascal?
Dizzy Rascal? Dirty Rascal?
Dirty Rascal.
We'll move on to track number 4, which is called In the Fire.
Wow.
Damn.
I heard bullets sing higher than Mariah and Choir. Spent a lot of time trapping, now I'm trying to retire. But this shit, all my niggas just admire the fire. Bro, squeeze any miss, but we admire and try. Finesse kid, you can never lie to a liar. That's my young boys again, on the glide with a flame. I just really hope your block came with fire escapes.
Before my entrance, I took the fire exit. Tried and tested, about 20 times arrested. 2 times guilty, no comment, I guess they guessed it. Now they watching like Netflix. Had me doing next shit, trying to get rich, but what's rich? Took more losses than Boris. I sold more boxes than the post office. 21 in jail, it took me so solid, no porridge.
Fire burning while I'm watching higher learning. Guns busting, tigers turning, that's a Russian and a German. That's your phone ringing, you can hear the beat. You won't be saved by the bell when you hear the screech, and it's so deep. Open ocean, plumbing something in your chest like it's Robitussin. Word to arsenals, I burn all this. Man are coming out with these bangers and dirty dancing. Nobody puts baby in a corner. I uplift my girl like I'm Swayze in the water. And if it's already focused, I don't need to burn a kush. This is Moses speaking to the burning bush. I stood in front of the fire and learned to cook. Finished my verse and never heard a hook.
Riskiest numbers, this jungle stick for your youngers. Can't walk in my shoes, you could be risking a bunion. The government's twisted, I cover this shit.
Talk a lot about the government in this so far.
More friends, I'm done with those pictures. They color coded, my brothers and sisters. Is this nigga trusty or sideshow Bob when he's creeping on crusty? Streets keep me tussling, people disgust me. Racist disease, that shit that disgusts me.
In the fire, been tried. Affected the way I've been wired inside. You can hide or glide. I could have been deported. That's the definition of a fight or flight. You can type who you like. I know about homeless immigration. They took me from my mum's arms. Fuck a gun charge, 2 swords. I'm a Ronin. Blaszczykowski, I'm trying to score with a Polish. Pain in my eyes. Plans of me staying in a guide with a vision of this change in my life. Crimes on the rise, hate's on the rise. Feel like everything but my mum's pays on the rise. And they love me, they make a man's heart stop. This shit you find horrifying gets laughed off. I'm like Meeks, bro, won't stop, can't stop. Yeah, it's kinda different when the fire's what you start from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like that I like that the beat changes up, like more soulful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I liked in one of the verses when it kind of like changed, like
Yeah.
noticeably,
Like that,
but
the
slightly.
keys, yeah.
Do your research. To travel. Go really see the corners of the world that are alien to you, really do interest you. The journey is the film.
Film.
There you go.
Yeah, it's funny when, like, I forgot to comment when you said you felt like you're being set up for something. It's true, like, with they haven't really brought back the
theme or
this film.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that is actually going to be a thread, or if it was just. It seems strange that they would have it right at the very beginning of the album, if it's not going to be a thread.
It seemed like very in your face.
Yeah.
About it. Not that like he needs to have a concept. It's just that's the way I felt.
Because it was the intro and the outro
Yeah.
of the very first song.
Right. Because even like psychodrama wasn't. Yeah, there was a concept because of the therapy stuff.
Yeah, the therapy stuff. Yeah.
So, I mean, we're already on track 4. So anyway, go on.
But they did just at the end, the journey of the film. So I wonder if it's gonna change or anything. Because these not this one, but the songs before it, they were all pretty like braggadocious. They were bragging.
Pretty like standard.
Yeah. He's very, very, very introspective and very emotional. I'm not saying we haven't had any introspection so far, because we have, but it's not been like super heavy. There have been like really sad things, like even in here when he's talking about his mom, and he's talking about before like being poor, like growing up in poverty and stuff. But nothing like psychodrama so far. I am not asking for that necessarily because I don't know what to be said.
And again, I feel like just based off that, like I feel like we're my expectations are a bit higher. Or not, I don't want to say higher, but like they're a bit different, I guess, because they're set up like this.
I think it's amazing, but I know what you mean. Like you kind of maybe expected something like heavier.
Not necessarily heavier, but like I guess more narrative based. I mean, there's still we're just only on
only in the
4th
fourth song,
so we could be just
we could be getting into
talking
it.
too early here
because I feel like he's like kind of switched between like on psychodrama.
He did a little bit in the middle.
Yeah. I like the fire theme in this though, because the fire it went all the way through. I thought I didn't know there were going to be all those features.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because
I
using
felt bad
Spotify.
for you because you're using Spotify. You don't know what's going on.
So when the first started, I was like, okay, and then he said something like me and Santan, because it's Dave Santan, right? So I was like, so it's not him. And then the voice changed because it was someone else. I was like, okay, I'm missing out on a bunch of features here. So that's why I looked it up. The only person I was familiar with here was Giggs.
I don't know who that is.
Giggs, he's another bloke.
Archie calls all English people blokes.
Blokes, lads, man, dem.
I thought they were all really good.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like sometimes you get a feature, rarely, but sometimes there's a feature and it kind of feels like they just invited their friend on. I was like,
GNX.
But I thought they were all really good. But then Dave came on and I was like, okay. Because I'm like, are they like pretty close and like standard? But then he came on and
you're like, okay, this is Dave.
it blew him out of the water. Yeah. Right. I'm impressed by how many times he managed to reference fire in a different way. And then when Dave ended it with, it's kind of different when the fire is where you start from. Wow, that was deep.
I guess I didn't follow the fire stuff while I was going, so that didn't hit as hard. Yeah. I liked the line, but then I forgot it was called in.
Yeah.
In the fire.
It's actually called.
It's called in the fire.
Okay. I forgot that it was called in the fire. I just realized they kept saying fire.
Right.
And then at the end they said, "Have you been tried in the fire?"
I just like the bar, but then I didn't associate it. I didn't see it till after, or until you said it.
That was a great song though.
Yeah.
I just wonder where this is going.
Yeah. Well, let's move on then. Track number 5 is called 3 Rivers.
Wow. It kind of reminds me of the piano from Dance with the Devil.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, for sure.
Look, imagine an island where the party never ends, where it's less about money and it's more about friends, where the vibes can't done. It's less about funding and more about fun. Tropical sun. Let's imagine a place where you raise your kids, the only place you live says you ain't a Brit. They're deporting our people and it makes me sick, cause they were broken by the country that they came to fix. It's like, imagine a world that's flawed and full of evil, where dictators and leaders are persecuting your people. The bodies of the innocents are piling to the steeples. The ironic part is they're preying on the feeble. That's life in the 90s, you're Eastern European, and you gamble and you drink and then you gamble again. You argue with your wife and then you sleep on the couch. You hit your children and start freezing them out. You try and work things out, but it's never the same. All the women in your household are living afraid. When you look into the mirror, you're reminded again that you become the dictator you are fighting against. It's like,
wow.
Imagine a world that's fucked and untrue, where the many pay a price for the few. And every day the sun rises a little later. That's how it is when your oppressor is your liberator. Asylum, it's got you in a different war, because the British want to know what you're living it for. We rely on migration more than ever before. They're key workers, but they couldn't even get in the door.
Oh, no.
When you're at heaven's gates, what you telling the Lord? You wouldn't even let a kid into some steadier shores. That's a life they may never afford. Surely you would want to give your people chances that were better than yours, no?
It definitely sounds like a
I wonder if
technique.
it was inspired by that, because like it's very, very similar, that one part.
I went to silence when I need to know who the fuck I was, bro. I wouldn't hear anyone else shut everyone else out.
I thought that was super powerful and super interesting. Obviously about immigration. Seems like different like immigration from different places.
Yeah, I was just kind of looking up here, I guess, for the 3 Rivers. There's a reference to like 3 different eras.
Like different, flows maybe of immigrants coming into the country. That was sad, and it was powerful. I like when he's singing against the government, to be honest, with the interludes and the outro and stuff. So the interludes with like the news, and it's the same thing, same shit, different day, except it's like same shit, different decade, and they always face the same. It's always the same. At the end of the first verse, when he said they were broken by the country that they came to fix. So they were like, they came to help out.
The ones that get fucked over.
Yeah, it stuns me where he says, you've become the dictator you were fighting against. Wow, so many powerful lines, just a very powerful song. Yeah.
And I also like that the outro was by Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah,
so he's from Get Out.
Oh, that's how I know his name.
And he was in Black Mirror, you know that episode?
Yeah.
So I don't have anything to add. I mean, it was pretty straightforward. Mm-hmm. Again, like I've been saying, it's pretty standard Dave. Mm-hmm. Like he's gonna rap about like deeper topics, stuff that's problematic, and like, I mean, it was pretty straightforward about the immigration and how, you know, racism and all stuff going on in the UK. It never changes. It's the same stuff. Yeah. It's the same stuff around the world, to be honest.
All the time. It's so sad.
We'll keep it moving. Track number 6 is called System, featuring Wizkid.
Wine, baby, show me that you're wine and well. Yeah, show me that you're wine and well. Yeah. I never knew about you.
Right away, so sounds different.
If you wanna get rich, there's a million ways. Sweet chick, familiar face, wine. I got a brilliant taste, wine. She got brilliant waist. Tried to call, she blocked me. I Skype her, damn it, I think she got me. I like her, yardie love her, yard pussy me, I die for. Rack City, man, I'm coming like.
Wine, baby, show me that you're wine and well.
It's much more upbeat.
Yeah. I never knew about you.
Definitely need this.
I just caught one wine, I'm feeling like an MVP. I know that they're talking my name. When I change number, I don't send BCs. Listen,
I like that a little
flex
bit.
if you're talking to me. ST, God bless my haters. She wanna do SMS, not save my soul, that's spend my savings. Wait until you bring more champagne. But the system's built, so we're living in debt. Man, for rise up, cause we're living in debt.
Wine, baby, show me that you're wine and well. Yeah, show me that you're wine and well. Yeah.
I felt like we needed that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. He knows when to give you something different to lift your spirits.
Right.
But it was interesting, they still alluded to some like social injustice over a beat like that.
Right.
Just go straight through.
Yeah. Lazarus featuring Boach.
Look. Any weapon formed against me can't prosper. Imposter, I'm a villain with lead. My best friend like Tommy Lee Sparta. I'm in the Gaza, just tryna get bread. If you got a body like Uche, text me and I'ma pay your father's mortgage. Listen, I'ma pay your uncle's rent. And if rap don't pay, then we would've been getting it off of crack cocaine. I don't know how man could chat so brave. Pretty in pink, but she better in blue. If you and me would be arrogant too.
Like his voice.
No enemy can curse me, bad energy I give back to the sender. I've been getting money in from long time. The first rap that he made was laminate.
I need my music right now. Come on, man. Where's the fucking music?
Oh, I like that little horn there.
Yeah. He did a great job putting these two here. Yeah.
Definitely Wizkid and Boach bringing in the vibes. Yeah. International vibes. Yeah, I love this production.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, I like that. Whatever that is.
It's like some sort of woodwind. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice.
The mixing too. I haven't commented on the mixing on the overall album. Like it's been pretty good.
It's very, very good. I feel like it's something that doesn't stick out because it's so well done. Yeah.
But also like the primary focus is Dave.
Yeah.
Because after a while the beats, I don't know. I don't want to like. They're not prominent like you said.
They're kind of just like a backdrop. Yeah. He doesn't use the beats as like a crutch. So he just kind of uses it like a backdrop to his talent.
Yeah, and what I was about to say there too was he has a presence about him because what song was that with all the features in the fire, for instance, right? Like I liked everybody, but when Dave came on, I was like, okay, like this is
took up a little.
Yeah. And it wasn't like it's not to diss the other guys. It's just like Dave. I don't know. He has his own thing going on, right? Like,
what you said about the production not standing out, like it's not overdone. It's just exactly where it needs to, how it needs to be.
Yeah.
But it's very, very, very well done. So that it's just not noticeable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like those two songs quite a bit.
Those were needed.
They were very needed, I thought. And I'll be completely honest, I think the first few tracks, like even though they're good, I don't think there was anything new that was brought, like, because it kind of just sounds like psychodrama to me. And again, that's not a bad thing.
No.
Psychodrama is 2019, so this is just a couple of years after that. So I'm not saying that I needed a huge drastic stylistic change. I was just curious if there would be. Just based on what people were saying about it. But it's pretty standard Dave to me. But those are the last two tracks I really wanted that just to break it up a bit because it was getting a bit depressing. So.
They were very well placed.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like so we have had the braggadocious stuff. The kind of deeper stuff has been more about like the government and like political climate and stuff.
So more broader.
Yeah, which is interesting because it's we're all alone in this together.
Okay.
So he's talking about like broader,
yes.
because psychodrama was more like personal and to do with himself.
Wow.
Whereas this is like a broader thing.
That's a great observation. Sure.
Thank you.
No, really, honestly,
Thanks.
because that is a very great observation. Because in my mind, I'm like, yeah, he's speaking on some stuff for sure. There's nothing I haven't heard before, right? But when you said that, I'm like, okay, I understand the purpose. Like, I'm not saying I don't understand the purpose, but like I get it. This is kind of the theme, part of the theme.
It's like a broader.
Yeah, like this is something that we all relate. We can all relate to. Like, okay, there's all these things, all these flashy things that I have, all these cool things that I do. At the end of the day, we're all battling all of this together. All right, we'll move on to track number 8, which is called Law of Attraction, featuring Snow Allegra.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
You keep talking, I'm silent. The lines you cross, I'm sick of fighting. Yeah.
Oh wow,
you keep
that's
trying,
nice.
it don't mean nothing. And now I don't mind saying how I feel I'm good without you. But you could have been all that I
love her voice.
Yeah. She was like a timeless voice.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
I don't want no distractions. I'ma speak with my actions. Check this. I put your name on a necklace. That's a chain reaction. Don't judge me for adapting. She studying law. The tracks that you're drinking for me. Answer the phone, make it simple for me. Girl, I know that you're thinking of me. Deep.
Now I don't mind saying how I feel, I think about you. But you could have been all that I want.
She has a really beautiful voice.
I love the way her vocals are layered.
Yeah.
We could have been.
Also like that his commercial tracks are a bit more like Afrobeat style.
When I met you, I found affinity.
Obviously because it's like Nigerian. So.
Santan, banking's our ability. But I'm still learning accountability. I'd rather lie with you than lie to you. X5 does. Sorry, don't slap the same second time round. I ain't perfect, but I'll say that I'm real. If it's real, say how you feel.
We could have been. We could have been.
That was a great song.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that one has the most replay value for me.
Yeah.
So far.
I need a bulletproof vest for all the shots that you're drinking from me. Oh, James Blake.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's on there.
That's nice.
Oh, I like that.
Wow. This is different.
Yeah. Oh, I like the drums.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They're really up there.
I feel like these last few songs have the most replay value. Wow.
Really like the percussion on this one.
You keep the bread all to yourself and you get mold from it. You give a good girl a rose and you get gold from it. Have a child or a rat and you'll get a mouse from it. You give a woman a brick and you get a house from it.
Damn.
The first time splitting up always the hardest thing. And that's when she hit me with a, well, I don't get why you would tell me you want me to be your wifey when you wanna be Romeo.
Countries that you fly me and carry all of your guilt and designer bags that you buy me, David. I ain't asking you to be someone you wasn't. Got a petite waist, sweet face, I'll find another man.
You must have forgotten who the fuck I am.
There's plenty niggas waiting for chances. Ask me if I'm taken, I said take it for granted. You don't listen, there's a difference in mistakes and a decision, David. The first time was the worst time.
He just turned her down.
Yeah, damn. Wow. It's very different to everything else we've heard from him.
Totally.
Yeah. Wow. Sounds a bit braver.
I just came to the area I grew up and they can't even see the car, but from the engine they know it's me. From no fix the boat to the coast of Greece, I'm most at home in the places I ain't supposed to be. I grew up seeing mummy count pennies trying to buy a train ticket but forget saying woe is me. Now I'm in LA with the open seat. They both feel like things I wasn't supposed to see. I wish that I could pay for my sins with a lump sum. Restore her belief in me with a trust fund. The money can't buy nothing when the love's done. I used to cheat with Americans for a living. I felt nervous every time I got a call from a +1. It takes years to build when you love one. 2.5 minutes and it's undone. How the fuck you think I got the name Santan? Run up on me and get
Santander.
Only when you're gone they feel your impact. 19, I had dreams of a wedding ring. So focused on running our race. You can ask James Blake, I ain't see the colour in anything. And then the world got darker than it's ever been. Feels like my luck's been running out. It feels like my luck's been running out.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Love the drums.
I love the production on this.
I think James Blake was involved in the production too. I think that's why it sounds different. Yeah.
That makes sense. Damn. That was my favorite song so far.
That was your favorite song?
Oh
Wow.
my god, yeah, that was
Wow.
a beautiful song. James Blake has a beautiful voice. You can't deny that. Wow. I loved the production on that. I loved how it was different. Because don't get me wrong, like I loved the production and the sound of Psychodrama, but you've been saying how I guess the first half of the album was pretty similar to Psychodrama, like with the keys and the darkness and
Right. Dramatic. Yeah.
Which is
Soundscape,
great because it sounds beautiful. It sounds very haunting, but it was kind of just it was like the same. It could have been just a continuation.
Right.
Of the
It could have
same
been
album.
part 2 or something.
Yeah.
Not conceptually, but sonically.
Yeah. The fact that like from System, then Lazarus, Law of Attraction, and now this, and the production was actually like probably because James Blake was on it, but the production was totally different, and he really suited it. Like he fit right into that environment. I loved that. I could be totally like way far off, but at the start they're talking about like Romeo and Juliet, and that could tie into this like film thing. But then she said something about she didn't ask him to play a part or whatever. There were like kind of, you know how he's been like kind of braggadocious and stuff? Has that been him playing a part?
Oh,
or
okay.
like putting on an act? Or am I just reaching there?
No, you could be right.
Because he is actually a very humble person.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're just something that came to me.
No. That's totally valid. That's totally valid. Like, I feel like the braggadocious stuff, it has to serve a purpose. I don't believe he's that kind of guy that, I don't
just
know him personally.
Brags for the sake of bragging.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a purpose in his music always. So I feel like he's there for the balance as well. Like, for just for appeal, I guess. At the same time, there's a self-awareness, and maybe he does that for the contrast. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I do have all these things, but I do still experience these things that we all experience.
I thought this was a very powerful song. Very nice, not nice, but it was like a very sad story. But he was very, very open, very honest. And when the girl came in, wow, she was amazing.
Who was that? It was Simone. Shy Simone.
I've never heard of her, but I thought she was absolutely fantastic.
No, she was great.
And yeah, I thought it was powerful. He loved, quote unquote, loved this girl, but obviously he must have been cheating on her, and she said, fuck that, she's not wasting her best years on a loser, and she left. I
love the production on that one. Some of the bars on here where he says, from no fixed abode to the coast of Greece, I'm at home in the places I ain't supposed to be. I grew up seeing mommy count pennies, trying to buy a train ticket, but forgetting saying, woe is me. So I like some of the lines on there.
Yeah.
I love the production. That's the thing, is like you said, the last 4 songs obviously are the more relationship-based type songs, but also the sound was different, which I appreciated because, again, I don't want to harp on the production and his sound too much, but it's refreshing. It's refreshing. Like the last 2 tracks were definitely refreshing. My only criticism of this one, I don't think it needed to be 8 minutes long.
Oh, I didn't even notice it was 8 minutes long.
I don't know. I felt
drag on a bit for you.
Yeah, I felt that way, and yeah, like I get it. It's the heartbreak part, and he wanted us to feel it in the in the music. That's why he kind of like adding the details and the breakdown and stuff. But you cheated on her, bro. Yeah, it's your own fault. You don't need to do this for 8 minutes. But yeah, as I said, overall, I really like that one. So okay, we'll move on to track number 9. Oh, sorry, track number 10, which is called 20 to 1. Look. He starts off all his songs. Look.
20 to 1, look at the time, it's 20 to 1.
So he's singing.
I'm on a ride with the guys and we're looking for him. If we catch him, it's 20 to 1.
20 v1,
20
so
to
1v20.
20 to 1, 20 to 1.
My nigga nearly got done for an AM. He went on a run, he was staying with me. I told my girl that we can't be together. She's crying, it's something I hated to see. Really, I struggle to stay on my feet. I'm looking for her and the lady I meet where I stay on the street. There's no love, there's no love. 20 to 1, look at the time, it's 20 to 1. I'm on a ride with the guys and we're looking for him. If we catch him, it's 20 to 1. Feds behind me, driving a Beamer. Odds of my freedom are 20 to 1. I make a call, I'm getting in touch. 20 to 1.
I like how he's using 20 to 1 that meaning different things.
Hands on the wheel so the car don't crash. Run up on me, there's a price to pay. Dog, I ain't taking card or cash. Sometimes it's tough to think. No liver left, it's tough to drink. Through the noise, it's tough to hear. Through the pressure, it's tough to live. Through the wire and through the wall. Through the sea and through the earth. Through the fire and through the war. Through the death and through the birth. Through the pleasure and through the pain. Through the drought and through the rain. Through the dark and through the day. Through the love and through the hate.
The 20 to 1 thing, because he says, look at the time, is 20 to 1. So he uses it as time. Then he says, we're looking for him. If we catch him, it's 20 to 1. So there's 20 of us versus him. And then odds of my freedom are 20 to 1. I thought it was really clever.
What did he mean with the last one, though?
I make a call, I'm getting him touched, 20 to 1. That one?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I'll click on it. 20 against 1 gang ambush and the 21 years life sentence or something. That's what it says.
Okay.
And then it has a whole wall of text about Clockwork Orange. I'm not reading it.
Yeah, I wasn't too crazy about that one. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I think it's the singing, and then it had like the high like keys or something, like bells or something. So it kind of sounded like very
sounded a bit more commercial.
A little, a little Disney-ish. I did like the wordplay. I did like that 20 to 1 stuff, but I think I just didn't like the way he was singing on that one personally. That's okay though. We'll move on to track 11, which is called Heart Attack.
Bet them boys think I'm panicking. Check what my young G's are carrying. It's blade same length as a javelin. I don't know about B-boy or what's happening, but know that it's fucked if he's traveling and we see him. I can't lie, I was depressed at phases. I was 19 when the team nearly left him faceless.
I don't know if I've heard him use like guitar like this.
Yeah, It's like life's so fucked in the time that we're in. We're fighting the world and we're fighting within. Somali dad ran away from a war, now his son's in a war, that's the cycle we're in. I know niggas that didn't do time in a bin, that have never had freedom of mind. Are you sick? Round here main way to provide for your kin is in a flip blade, little push bike and a sim. Man talk on my thing for the gram, it's intrusive. I never really thought about taking a life till I found out my ex-girl's dad is abusive. I felt, how could I be a man and not do shit? I'm on the way there now and I don't wanna lose it, but fighting her battle's only hurting a girl. How can I protect her from the world when I couldn't even protect her from myself? On my grandmother's grave, shit happens again. And that affected the way that I see shit. Nightclub toilet, you peed on the seat cause you don't know how it feels when your mum's got a clean shit. And her boss treats her like she don't even mean shit. And she gotta wait for the bus in the rain and it's freezing. The miss said that you won't ever be shit. And you don't wanna cry about dad, but you need him. I miss my dogs, unstable, you violate Kristen Raw, turn Chris Benoit.
Oh shit.
Had to hit from far now, fill them up with bricks and glass. Now my young G's will grip them blast. Have you tried in the street? Fuck finding my feet. I could ride, but it's better when I'm riding a beat. My emotions are peak, it ain't a sign of defeat or the weak. I wouldn't see chewed and cried in my sleep. Dropped just 2 racks and told him buy the machine. I'm LeBron in Miami, I provide for the heat. God strike me if I'm lying, I ain't crying in this beef unless the tears coming tatted on the side of my cheek. I provide for my peeps, the lamb white in the seat. So I'm literally a wolf, disguised in a sheep. You have 5-figure dreams, I have 5-figure sleep. 5 hours more than enough time that I need. You see this new generation, they're insta beefing and I ain't into speaking. When I ducked down, I had him running in a lift like he missed a meeting. There's no good reason to risk your freedom. The youths them snitching and bitches sneaking. She don't wanna talk about friendship, she just wanna deal with a pipe like I'm fixing leaking. And sleep with a legend like Chrissy Teigen. I'm from the word life has a different meaning. Man smile in your face but them niggas scheming. So they stalk us. It's a conspiracy like tinfoil hats in a new world order. Touch me, you better have a life insurer. Bloodthirsty, I got sharks in the water. And trust me, I know a killer well, no orca.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Have you ever seen a nightmare brought to life? Where I'm from, you get chefed on a normal night.
Man
talk
piano.
on my name, but it's porcupines. I'll really put it in a prick like a porcupine.
Like that's like panning back and forth.
For 45. Man see Scarface and it's glorified. Cause when you're black, everything gets scrutinized. That's why they call it urban, it gets euphemized. South London, man, they're getting euthanized. I see a youth's demise. I wasn't too surprised. He got soaked, but his right hand scuba dive. Don't die by a sword that you used to shine. You can drown for your king. You don't know about Ophelia, cause we got iron. I don't know about anemia, we took the hard road. We don't know about the easier. 1 bag of whores and drug paraphernalia. When ends got sticky, had a flicky with Amelia. I mean Olivia, this ain't Libya, this ain't Syria. You act sillier, we let it seep in your skin like Nivea.
Damn.
Who wants to be a millionaire? I won it, never done a game show or trivia. I done Wandsworth, Elstoke Visitor. I done Spring Hill, Brendan, Swinfen, Whitemore, Swellside, Brixton Visitor. I was in intensive care when I was born. Mummy fell down the stairs. Whether I was gonna live or not was something uncertain. I used the word fell with the commas inverted. You see, growing up I had it far from perfect, but nobody did, so I'm a normal person. Got stories to tell and got places to be. From my heart, that's the making of me.
Damn.
Wow.
I was selling, look, I was selling tomatoes. I sat, my leg hurts. I struggled because I didn't want to suffer again. I just wanted, you just make me so upset. Nobody let me in. Nobody in this nation. I couldn't pay my rent. They bought it, that's coming. I didn't give up. I carried my babies everywhere. And now this is how baby back for all those pain that I go through.
Well, that was lit.
That was a very powerful song. Wow.
Yeah.
I loved how that beat progressed. In this story, I was interested because I don't feel like I've heard him on like a guitar like that before. It was just a guitar. And
I forgot about the guitar.
Yeah.
Because it's so long and it changed.
It changed and it like progressively, I feel like got emptier and emptier.
Yeah, yes.
There would be parts where it kind of cut, like it stripped it back, but then it went back into it. But then it just...
Completely silent.
And then when it went completely silent, it was just him.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like the transition too, because I felt like his voice kind of moved up, right? Yeah.
Wow. That was wow. That was such a powerful song. I think he referenced Leslie in there. I was in intensive care when I was born. Mommy fell down the stairs. I used the word fell with the commas inverted. So maybe Leslie was about his mom. Because remember, she was pregnant in Leslie.
Right.
And then the baby's in intensive care. They don't know if either of them are going to survive. I don't know. I've never listened to that song again.
Yeah, you could be right. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I wonder if that's a... Wow. Either way, he's saying that his mom fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
Fell when she was pregnant. So obviously his dad...
was pushed.
Pushed her.
Yeah.
Damn. I wonder who... Because that was his mom.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who she was talking about.
Yeah, but he wanted to... Yeah.
I didn't know if it was like, is it the government? Is it the people who, you know, or like, is it actually someone specific? I'm going to actually click on that.
The last part where she's like, you see what he's doing to me. You want to kill me. Like, who's she?
It says it isn't clear. It could be about Dave and the illegal activities he was getting into. But it could also be about his brother who was sentenced to prison, or when his brother was sentenced.
Yeah, I never trust these things.
Anyone can write anything.
Yeah, I never click on those anyway.
But yeah, I guess that would make sense because she's talking about like all of her struggle only for someone to turn around and do this. Right. So maybe it was about them because she said he hasn't seen anything yet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. Not much to say except what a fucking powerful song.
Yeah, there was a lot in there.
Yeah.
There was definitely a lot in there.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I liked about that one was he kept going. Like there was no chorus.
Yeah.
He went off for however many minutes.
Like 10 minutes. Yeah.
Well, not quite because obviously there was that outro and stuff. But like, but the way he didn't stop, and even when the beat changed or whatever, and the beat dropped off, he kept going.
Yeah.
He kept going.
He went straight.
So that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was so impressive.
I was thinking about how like we were kind of talking a little bit off camera about like how psychodrama is more internal, more of a reflection of who he is. And this album, the topics are more broad, like the government and racism and social injustice and all this stuff. And of course, like he touched upon this on psychodrama because you have to use that as a basis for his personal struggles and stuff. I was going to say, like, I prefer when an artist speaks more personally rather than more broad because it's more I don't want to say this is less authentic, but
I know
it's more true to you know, it's more personal.
It could only come from them.
Yes,
that can't come from anyone else. Yeah.
So he really brought that out on this track. He really unloaded the entire track, more personal, but also incorporating the stuff that I just mentioned, like the government, like with his mom about like being deported and all this stuff, like trying to get it, just trying to survive. Right?
So it's like things he's been talking about broadly, but now it's from his personal,
which I really like. That he brought it down to a more personal level here.
Like and it's all been like a macro, and then he brought it in like
perfect.
Micro.
You just said it perfectly there.
Thanks.
So that pretty much sums it up. There.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I, like I said before about him not using beats as a crutch.
Yeah,
I feel like they're like that. Just like he was, it was completely silent,
right.
And you were like captivated by what he was saying. Yeah, that was amazing. Wow.
All right, we'll move on to the last song. Track number 12 is called "Survivor's Guilt."
Look, let me show you behind the scene, behind the glitz and the glamour and all the lights you see, behind the rumors on the life I lead. Let me talk to the people like it's the mic and me. The truth is I got really bad anxiety. I'm on the motorway crying in the driver's seat. I miss all my niggas that couldn't be in this life I built.
Wow.
But that's the type of shit that only I can feel. Getting me in the mood. My ex has got ivory skin, which is funny cause it's really the elephant in the room. Is that enough reason to bury me in a tomb? I fell in love with an Albanian, I know it's mad. We're not together cause our family would hold us back. I saw the red flags, I wouldn't want my child to grow in that. Rum and Red Bull, it's a culture clash. Laugh at me, calm vulnerable. Ain't that the shit that rap is supposed to do? I'd rather rap about arguing with my girl than fucking your girl, but I don't mind because the both are true.
Oh no.
Ignoring my messages. These times I know she on her. Worst part is I wouldn't even do the same. Hate or love it, you gotta charge it to the game.
I love how her vocals are going
head, but don't play with my heart. I feel like a footballer when I'm making my art. Fame comes with a price you can't pay in advance.
Oh,
For
damn.
6 long years I've been playing my part, like a freak in a circus when they're making them dance. I got nights where it's light and I got days where it's dark. And the waters that I swim in, it ain't safe for the sharks. He a gangster but the stress gonna take him apart. I'm with the niggas that I claimed from the start. I see you niggas changing. He didn't make it. It's It's a shame it takes falling to your death for a person to appreciate fully the gravity of the situation. I was 20 with a mortgage and rent to pay.
She was talking about like
Yeah.
being 20 before.
Gorillas all around me, allow me. Don't get grabbed in a party, you're lacking it. You'll die for a wine like Joffrey Baratheon.
Game of Thrones again.
The government ain't gonna help with all the issues that I'm tackling. The way you talk about politics is baffling. I wouldn't even trust my own shadow in a cabinet. Cabinet can't drive no more. I've been looking for the answers, sure that I'll find them. I don't judge an accent, but the story behind it. We all know loss, but there's glory behind it. I'ma make a film for my mum and tell to the world this album is just a soundtrack. Look at her story in a year in her life and tell me if it doesn't bring a fucking tear to your eyes. And it's together.
Damn.
Does it say who's singing?
Georgia
it's
Smith.
Georgia Smith.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's a sample or she's actually on this.
It's been like beautiful the way it's
Yeah.
been going. It's like haunting. It's been like panning round and round and round.
This is my favorite song on the
Yeah.
album. I'm not gonna lie.
What I realized about who I am is that you're kind of tool
I just realized he has an actor
for what you stand for. You feel me?
because he's been doing some outros and he's an actor.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I want to enjoy it, bro.
Wow. That was wow. I feel like this album got better as it went on.
I think so too.
Yeah, damn. And these wow. The last two songs,
Yeah.
he really outdid himself.
I think those last two songs, like, I guess, topic. Well, I don't want to say topically because obviously he's been rapping about issues the entire time. But yeah, that one felt
More personal.
Yeah, I don't. And it's funny saying that because obviously all his rapping is personal. But this had more of a, like you said, micro.
Like yeah.
Micro? Yeah.
Yeah. Like zooming on his own perspective.
Whereas
right?
everything else was kind of
broad.
a bit more broader.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked again. So at the start when he says, "Let me show you behind the scenes," like acting again, like the film, and then he talks about like how he basically talks about how he's acting.
Which you alluded to earlier
Yeah.
about the bragging and
How
stuff.
it's kind of just an act.
If you really think about it, I don't want to say all famous people because a lot of famous people just really put themselves out there like that. Zero filter. So somebody like Dave, and we can only speak from our perspective, like we're new to who he is. Like I don't know much about him, but he's a huge star in England. He sells a bunch of records, wins a lot of awards and stuff. But for him, he has to play a part because he's getting these awards. He is being mentioned all the time and stuff. So he does have to present himself a certain way. So it's nice that again, like he pulls back the layers for us to kind of understand him on a deeper level.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all the bragging and all the fancy and all the fancy stuff.
Yeah,
and,
he was talking about like how they just travel for fun, but there he's talking about how he cries in the car.
Yeah.
Because he has such bad anxiety.
So you only see the highlights, you never see what goes on behind the scenes, right? So I guess that's kind of like what maybe that's the bigger metaphor, I guess, for the film stuff.
The thing about his ex-girlfriend. Wow.
Yeah, that was a nice
wordplay there. The ivory skin, elephant in the room.
Ivory tusks.
And then Albanian. Now, I could be totally wrong on this. I saw the red flags. I'm pretty sure, I'm going to Google it if you don't mind. I'm pretty sure
Is that an Albanian
the
flag?
Albanian flag is red.
There you go.
Wow. I didn't take in advance. Fame comes with a price you can't pay in advance. For 6 long years, I've been playing my part. I was 20 with a mortgage and rent to pay. Like how he's made it at such a young age, but he's contrasting his 20 years old with the 20 years old that his mom was just talking about because she had to leave Africa when she was 20 and all of the hardships that she faced. And now he's kind of contrasting that with what he's facing.
Wow, that's a great point. I never put that together.
Damn.
Wow. That was a really great point that you brought up, like with all the film, the playing your part, and you got Daniel Kaluuya. I think that's his name, Kaluuya. That kind of brings it all together, like that part. And again, the last couple songs are a bit more personal, more anecdotal, I guess. So I think overall, I really liked it. I don't know if I like it as much as Psychodrama, but it might require multiple listens. I think with Psychodrama is like we were introduced to him.
Yeah.
Whereas here, like we kind of know him to a degree and we know what he sounds like.
Yeah.
So that most of the songs are kind of like
And kind of less like blown away.
Yeah.
Because we're already kind of prepared for what.
So that element has been removed. So I don't want to judge it from that point of view, because obviously part of the joy of that first one is our introduction to him. I mean, I did listen to him before, but I guess first like full listen, intent listen with the lyrics and headphones, whatever. But
I thought it was great. I do agree with you. Like the first half was kind of like, it felt like not conceptually, but sonically a continuation of Psychodrama. The beats were very much the same. Then when it got to the song with Wizkid, System, it kind of changed.
Yeah.
It got more upbeat. Then it got like with Law of Attraction with Snow Allegra, and then with James Blake, it got kind of more like not commercial, but like
accessible.
Yeah, accessible.
And that's the thing is, usually with when we listen to albums and it gets more to the commercial stuff, I'm just like, oh, okay, like I understand the trying to reach or whatever. I really like those songs.
Yeah. That's funny, because I feel like on Psychodrama it was the reverse. I preferred, because he had I think 2 or 3 songs. Yeah. He had like the kind of like dancier ones. Right. And I preferred the more somber ones, because that was, I guess, kind of the point of that album. Yeah. So that kind of just took me out of it. But I preferred these ones. Like the second half of the album was my favorite.
Yeah.
I'd say my favorite songs were the one with James Blake and then the last 2. To be honest, I think this album has more replay value.
Oh, okay.
Because of the sound.
Sure. Okay.
Like, I was more impressed by Psychodrama. I was more blown away. Like that, that blew me over. But this, I really, really enjoyed it. I think the concept for me was less solid, maybe.
I think what it is too is like everybody was saying this was better than the last one. I think in the beginning with the film thing, I was expecting it to be like this concept. Yeah. Maybe I was expecting the concept to be a bit more in your face.
Yeah.
Maybe upon subsequent listens, I'll appreciate it better rather than in your face. My only, I would say, constructive criticism of Dave is I think he's amazing. I think that where he comes from, like his core messages in his music, I think it's great. It would be cool if he explored from an artistic standpoint, like trying different sounds. If he kind of did stuff a bit differently sonically.
The one with James Blake, if he explored that production, wow.
Even just varied it up. I don't know. I feel like he has the skill. Yeah, I definitely think he has what it takes to
be that messenger.
I feel like he explored himself a bit more musically and still kept his rapping ability on there. I think it'd be even better in my opinion. And again, hey, I listed my favorite UK rappers. What did I say? Skepta, Little Sim. Dave is one of them. Dave is definitely one of them.
He's so talented. He's just so impactful.
Yeah,
there's a lot to say.
I think that's definitely one of the best ways to describe him. His work for sure. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far,
thank you so much.
The full version of this will be on our Patreon if you're interested. And I think we'll end it there.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for your support.
Yeah, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.